So towards the back end of 23, I was playing DMZ, and all of a sudden they announced we're not continuing with this game mode. I was devastated. I'd heard of Escape from Tarkov, but I knew it was more complex. It was maybe not the sort of game I was looking for. I was a casual extraction shooter fan at that time. So I went on the internet and I started looking to see what would be the replacement. I saw things like Delta Force, Hawk Ops, Arena Breakout, Grey Zone Warfare, PUBG, Black Budget, Exaborn, and another game called Ark Raiders. It looked absolutely exquisite. It looked like such a good game. The concept sounded interesting. It looked absolutely fantastic. The gameplay looked good. And it was by the guys that made the finals, so it was obviously going to be a very good game. But what's happened to it? For the last couple of months, there has been no noise on Ark Raiders. We were expecting an update in February, and it's been radio silence. Where has the game gone? Embark Studios, the brains behind Ark Raiders, was founded by Patrick Sutherland. He's a veteran of the gaming industry. He's known for his work at EA and DICE. He's worked on iconic franchises like Battlefield. Embark was a studio with big ambitions, aiming to disrupt the gaming landscape with innovative ideas and cutting-edge technology. When Ark Raiders was first announced, it promised a thrilling blend of PvE action in a rich sci-fi universe. The game initially revealed in its showcase some stunning visuals, intense combat, and its unique premise that set it apart from a lot of the other titles in the extraction shooter genre. But the journey from concept to reality has been anything but smooth for Ark Raiders. Early playtests, even though they were promising, revealed a host of technical issues. Players encountered server instability, which often disrupted the gameplay and marred the experience. The game's AI, designed to create dynamic encounters, was criticised for being unpredictable and unbalanced. This made the game feel frustrating rather than challenging. Adding to these technical hurdles was a significant pivot by the game's design. Originally, they wanted it to be a cooperative PvE shooter, much like Helldivers 2. But Ark Raiders decided to shift gears and become a PvPvE extraction shooter. This meant a change, reworking the fundamental aspects of the game, from player mechanics to enemy AI, to accommodate both the cooperative and competitive elements of the game. These pivots are always risky. It can require not only redesign of the core gameplay, but also realigning the game's identity, which can confuse and alienate the original audience. A lot of noise came from this, especially from the original community. They wanted the PvE action. They didn't want what they felt was the toxicity that came with PvP. Ark Raiders remains shrouded in mystery. Other contenders in the extraction shooter space are making significant strides. You've got Delta Force Hawk Ops, which is actively engaged in its community with regular updates, development diaries. The game's developed by Timmy Studios, and it's set to launch in 3 distinct modes, including a large PvP mode called Havoc Warfare, a tactical extraction mode known as Hazard Ops, and also it's got a campaign mission that's based on the old Black Hawk Delta Force series Black Hawk's Down game. The development team, or these development teams, have been transparent about their progress. They've shared a level of transparency with the community. Their Discord server now, I think, is at the 200,000 mark for users. You've got Arena Breakout as well, which is very similar. It's generating a massive buzz with its transition from mobile to PC. The game will soon be in early access, and it's already teased new content, including a close quarters battle map. Again, their Discord has got 500,000 users on at the moment. They're sharing updates like expanded arsenals of weapons. They're a developer called More Fun Studios, who are a subsidiary of Tencent. They've emphasised their commitment to creating a tactical FPS that's not only competes but offers alternatives to things like Escape from Tarkov. But in contrast, Ark Raiders remains silent. This stands out even more starkly. With other games pushing forward and keeping their communities engaged, Arc Raiders risks falling behind. Embark Studios needs to break that silence soon if they hope to recapture the attention and excitement that they initially had. So while we see games like Delta Force, Arena Breakout, Exaborn, Black Budget, and even Grey Zone Warfare continue to keep the communities engaged and excited, Arc Raiders remains conspicuously absent from the conversation. The decision to shift from PvE to PvPvE, while potentially broadening the game's appeal, has undoubtedly made it more complicated in its development. The longer Embark remains silent, the more speculation will grow about this. Everyone's asking about the game's future. Everyone's asking, are they facing insurmountable technical challenges like the Division Heartlands, which ended up seeing that pulled from the development cycle? Is the project being reworked from the ground up, or does this silence mean they've got a strategic move, a plan to make a massive reveal at some point? I don't know the answer, but for me, the longer it goes silent, the more worrying it becomes. So, in a genre as competitive as extraction shooters, visibility and communication are definitely key to maintaining the game's momentum. You see that with Delta Force, you see that with Arena Breakout. Arc Raiders has all the ingredients for a very, very successful game. It's got a very experienced team, it's got a unique vision, and it's got a strong initial reveal. But this prolonged silence raises concerns about whether this game can still deliver on its promise. In the coming months, Embark faces a critical juncture. They must re-engage with their audience, they must provide updates, and perhaps even some sort of polished release or some show. There's still hope that Arc Raiders can become the standout title in the genre. However, if this silence continues, the game risks being overshadowed by its competitors. They will also lose that goodwill and excitement it once generated. The players are looking for the next big extraction shooter. Delta Force, Arena Breakout, Grey Zone Warfare, Exaborn are all trying to steal that market. Arc Raiders, you need to let us know what's going on. So, what do you think is happening with Arc Raiders? Can it still make a comeback, or is it dead in the water? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't miss any updates from me. If there's any other games you want me to talk about or topics you want me to explore, again, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching.